She said it was just a friend. So I followed her after work. I never thought I'd be the guy who checks his girlfriend's phone. But here we are. Lena and I have been together for 3 years. We live together. Share bills. Share a cat. We're not married, but we might as well be. And I trusted her. Completely. Until a couple months ago. It started small. Late replies. Her phone always flipped face down. She'd laugh at texts but wouldn't say who it was. It's just a friend from work. Relax. And I did. At first. But then the late work nights started. The "I'll just eat with the team" excuses. The shift from warm to cold, like someone slowly dimming a light. One night, around 11 p.m., I heard her in the bathroom, whispering. The water wasn't running. She wasn't brushing her teeth. Just talking. Quietly. Intimately. When she came out, I asked who it was. No one. My mom. She couldn't sleep. Her voice was calm, steady. Too steady. And that's when something inside me shifted. Not full-blown jealousy. Not anger. Just that gut feeling. Like when you walk into a room and feel like someone was just talking about you. I didn't confront her. I couldn't. I felt stupid for even doubting her. She hadn't done anything wrong. But I couldn't let it go either. So I waited. And watched. That weekend, she said she had to go into the office, some kind of Saturday project reset. Left around 5 p.m. I waited 10 minutes. Then grabbed my hoodie, keys, and followed her. Not in a movie-style stealth mode. Just enough distance to stay out of sight. She didn't go to the office. She didn't even head downtown. She drove across the city. To a quiet neighborhood I didn't recognize. Parked in front of a house. She didn't knock. She didn't hesitate. She used a key. She used a key. No hesitation, no looking around. Like she'd done it 100 times before. I parked a few houses down, killed the engine, and just sat there. For a long time, I didn't move. I wasn't even sure what I was doing anymore. Was I gonna knock? Burst in? Ask who lived there like some jealous lunatic? No. I just sat, stared, waited. 10 minutes. 20. Then the living room light turned on. And there she was. In the window. Smiling. She wasn't alone. A man walked into the room, about our age, maybe a little older. He handed her a glass of wine. She laughed. Touched his arm. Not flirty. Not sexual. But familiar. Comfortable. Like she belonged there. I didn't take a photo. Didn't record anything. I just watched. Then she leaned her head on his shoulder. And they stood there like that, watching something on TV. My chest felt tight. Not from anger, from confusion. It didn't make sense. This wasn't some hookup. It didn't look like an affair. It looked like a second life. I sat there for almost 2 hours. Then drove home. Didn't sleep. Didn't eat. Just stared at the ceiling all night, heart pounding. The next morning, she came home around 8 a.m. Said she crashed at her friend's after the work project went late. No apology. No guilt. Just casual. I didn't ask. I think I wanted to see how far she'd go. The next few days, I played along. Smiled. Made dinner. Acted normal. But I was watching everything. Phone always locked. Always on silent. One night, while she showered, her phone buzzed. I don't know what made me do it. But I picked it up. No passcode. Just one new message. From Jay. Tonight was nice. Let me know when you can come by again. That's when I knew. I had to find out who Jay was. The next morning, I waited for her to leave. She said she had errands. Some work emails. Whatever. The second the door shut, I opened her laptop. It was already logged in. Gmail. Calendar. Messages. I searched for Jay. It didn't take long. There were emails. Hundreds of them. Most short. Casual. But deep in the thread, I found one that hit me in the stomach. You don't have to worry. He still thinks we're just friends. I'm careful. I read it 3 times. He. That was me. She was talking about him, Jay. I kept reading. There were photos too. Taken at that same house. With their cat. Their furniture. Their life. They had a life. Together. Turns out, Jay wasn't new. He was her ex. They dated for years before me. Broke up for reasons I never really understood. She always said he wasn't ready for something serious. Apparently now, he was. And she wasn't cheating on me in the usual sense. No hotels. No lies about business trips. She was living 2 lives. One with me, dinners, bills, soft kisses. One with him, Sunday mornings, shared playlists, inside jokes I'd never hear. I didn't confront her. Not then. I packed a bag. Left a note. Told her she didn't need to explain. She called once. Left a voicemail, crying. Said it was complicated. Said I was a good man. I never responded. And here's the strange part. I'm not even angry. I just feel like I watched the credits roll on a movie I didn't realize was ending. I was the filler scene. The side character. He was always the main plot. And she? She just couldn't decide which story she wanted more. So she wrote both. Until one of them walked out.